Welcome, my friend. I am Rägnar, your guide through the shadowed whispers of ancient tales. Settle in, let the world's clamor fade, and join me on a journey into the heart of Arda, drawn from Tolkien's timeless lore. We'll begin at the dawn of existence, where Ilúvatar and the Ainur sing the world into being, a symphony of light marred by Melkor's discord, birthing rebellion in the shadowed path to Morgoth's corruption. From toppled lamps and withered trees to the forging of dark fortresses, we'll explore how envy twists creation, mirroring our own inner storms. But our focus sharpens on Sauron, the cunning apprentice who rises from Morgoth's fall. Watch him claim Mordor, craft the One Ring in volcanic fires, and weave deceptions that ensnare elves, dwarves, and men. Through wars of wrath, subtle ascents in the Second Age, and epic clashes in the Third. From the Last Alliance to the Fellowship's quest, Sauron's shadow stretches, embodying ambition's peril. Witness his betrayals, the ring's seductive pull, and ultimate scattering, a dispersion echoing Morgoth's taint, ensuring evil's subtle endurance. This is no mere recounting. It's a meditative reflection, linking mythic struggles to your quiet battles. Fears harmonized, shadows faced. Breathe deep. The tale unfolds in layers, promising revelations and rest. What secrets will Sauron's legacy unveil in your dreams? Let us begin. Listener, settle into your bed. Let the world fade away as we begin this tale from the very dawn of existence. Imagine a vast emptiness before time itself, where Ilúvatar, the One, gathers his divine children, the Ainur, to sing a grand symphony that will birth the world. Their voices weave harmonies of light and wonder, painting stars and seas in the void. But a shadow creeps into this melody. Melkor, later known as Morgoth, stirs with a restless desire to bend the song to his will. Even in creation's purest moment, that single note of discord ripples outward, much like those nagging thoughts that whisper what-ifs into our minds at night, pulling at hidden strings in our hearts. As the Ainur sing, Melkor's voice grows bolder, clashing against the others and introducing chaos where order reigned. Eru, ever wise, allows it, knowing true beauty often emerges from contrast. Haven't some of your greatest strengths come from overcoming inner turmoils, those moments when life feels out of tune? Peering into Melkor's mind reveals jealousy festering like a half-remembered dream, an urge to dominate rather than share. He yearns to rewrite the score, to make the world echo his grandeur. In that yearning, we glimpse something universal, how unspoken fears can shape our realities, turning potential symphonies into storms. The name Ainur draws from roots in Tolkien's invented languages, meaning holy ones, evoking power and mystery, much like ancient myths. Just as Melkor's discord spreads, these hidden motivations bubble up in us, like dreams revealing what we hide from the daylight. The music swells, then falters, as Melkor pushes harder, his thoughts a whirlwind of ambition. Why follow when I could lead? Eru raises his hand, weaving a new theme that incorporates the discord into something greater. A world called Arda, full of mountains and oceans, yet tainted by that initial shadow. Listener, as you drift, consider, what if your own inner discords are notes waiting to be harmonized? Melkor's rebellion isn't mere villainy. It's a mirror to our quiet battles, where ego clashes with harmony. Feel the rhythm of the song in your breath, slow and steady. The music evolves, pulling us deeper into the rebellion. As the last notes fade, tension builds, like the pause before a storm. The Ainu descend into this new world, some to shape it, others to watch. Melkor sees opportunity, his mind racing with plans to claim it all. How often do we grasp at control when letting go might bring peace? Arda suggests realm or place, a home wondrous yet flawed, much like our lives built on layers of meaning. The story unfolds like a dream sequence, revealing unexpected layers to unpack buried feelings as you relax. Iru's theme triumphs, but Melkor's influence lingers, a subtle corruption in creation's fabric. Whispers reveal Melkor, dreaming of thrones and dominion, his mind a labyrinth of envy, not unlike how regrets replay at night. This tale mirrors your evening unwind, turning chaos into calm. As the symphony concludes, Arda takes form, beautiful yet marred, setting the stage for greater conflicts. Breathe deep, the rebellion awaits. Now, as cosmic echoes fade, slip further into the tale with Arda freshly made. Its lands shimmering under two great lamps, crafted by the Valar, mighty shapers of reality. Melkor can't abide it. His rebellion ignites like a spark in dry tinder, driven by a need to possess what others create. Peering into his essence shows turmoil, thoughts of isolation, fear of being overshadowed, bubbling from unacknowledged places, much like late-night worries, questioning if you're enough in your story. Melkor descends to Arda, not to build, but to unmake, toppling the lamps and plunging the world into darkness. Imagine that crash as a distant rumble, soothing in its inevitability, like far-off thunder lulling you to sleep. Why? It's a cry from his inner shadows, reflecting how we sometimes sabotage peace out of unspoken fears. Haven't you felt that urge to disrupt when things feel too perfect? It's a human echo, reminding that acknowledging hidden drives can lead to rest. The Vala retreat to Valinor, forging new lights from the two trees, Laureline the golden and Telperion the silver. Melkor builds his fortress, Utumno, evoking ancient fears of the abyss, much like how myths tap into collective memories. He gathers followers, twisting spirits, his mind storming with justification. They hoard the light, I will claim it. Deep down, it's envy, mirroring our internal struggles, where insecurities project onto others. Listener, pause and reflect. What if Melkor's rebellion teaches that true power comes from within, not conquest? His actions ripple, corrupting the land, creating beasts from beauty. The Valar prepare for war, but Melkor strikes first, manifesting destruction, a reflection of repressed angers we harbor. Breathe with me, in, out, letting the tale wash over like a warm blanket. Melkor's forces clash in early skirmishes, but he flees, biding time, his thoughts a maze of cunning. Valor stems from ideas of power and guardianship, comforting like protectors in our lives. As darkness spreads, the two trees bloom, a beacon against the void. Yet Melkor plots, his rebellion far from over. Whispers foresee greater wars, but rest in this moment as the story connects ancient rebellions to paths of self-discovery. This sets the stage for a figure whose shadow will stretch far. Sauron, drawn to Melkor's side by a subtle pull, his story weaving deeper into the fabric. Listen, as rebellion simmers like a distant fire, we drift into Melkor's darkness, where corruption seeps into Arda's bones, twisting purity. The two trees stand tall in Valinor, bathing the world in gold and silver, a symphony of growth Melkor cannot abide. Insights reveal his swirling thoughts of inadequacy, buried like forgotten dreams, urging lashes at envy. Such feelings can corrupt our days, much like Melkor poisons the land, creating discord where harmony reigned. He allies with Ungoliant, the monstrous spider of void and hunger, her name echoing myths of fate spun in shadows, weaving fears into stories we tell at bedtime. Together, they drain the tree's light, leaving withered husks. Melkor's mind races with triumph, yet underneath a gnawing void, a regret pushed away, like ignoring inner voices that haunt sleep. Listener, why cling to grudges that fester? It's a mirror, showing acknowledging shadows can lead to dawn. As the Valar mourned, Melkor flees to Middle-earth, stealing the Silmarils, radiant jewels capturing the tree's essence, derived from roots meaning light of the stars, tying to words for brilliance and hope. Such origins connect fantasy to reality, like tracing family stories for meaning in chaos. Delving deeper shows Melkor's conflict, craving the light he destroys, a tangle of desire and destruction, echoing times we sabotage joy from fear it won't last. His corruption spreads, warping elves into orcs through malice, twisted forms manifesting rage, a lesson in how unaddressed pain deforms beauty. Breathe slow, letting the tale's rhythm match your heartbeat. In, out. Melkor raises Angband, hinting at iron prison, rooted in concepts of bondage, evoking unbreakable chains like mental traps we build. The Valar pursue, but damage is done. Arda is marred, and Melkor, now Morgoth, dark enemy, revels, his thoughts storming justification. This world is mine. Yet truths emerge. This is a cry for something lost, masked as power, similar to dreams revealing hidden truths. Philosophically, consider corruption not just evil's mark, but a call to heal inner darkness with light. The narrative unfolds layer by layer, turning bedtime into quiet growth. Morgoth's taint touches everything, creating Balrogs and dragons from fire and fear, origins in lore evoking primal terrors. As the First Age dawns, elves awaken under starlight, but shadow looms, pulling toward the apprentice. Carrying this legacy, the corruption deepens, a slow poison inviting reflection. Embrace hidden parts for peace, insights foresee alliances, bridging decay to a loyal shadow's rise. From Arda's corrupted soils, Sauron emerges, once a Maya of skill and order, drawn to Morgoth not by force, but admiration twisted into loyalty. Glimpses into his thoughts show quiet ambitions, bubbling like unspoken dreams. Desire for perfection, masking fear of chaos, much like chasing control to fend off uncertainty. Haven't you felt that tug, needing to shape a drifting world? Sauron, meaning abhorred in elven tongue, a gem rooted in disgust and awe, begins as a forger, learning manipulation from Morgoth, turning beauty into dominion. Imagine him in Angband's depths, hammering dark relics, mind-whirling calculations. Master this, master all. Conflict surface, loyalty wars with self-interest, echoing nighttime debates on paths not taken. It's humanizing to see a dark lord grapple with doubts, nudging that struggles are part of harmony. As apprentice, Sauron aids in breeding horrors, corrupting wolves into wargs and spirits into werewolves, innovations reflecting Morgoth's taint, yet infused with cunning. Maya draws from might and illusion, linking to lesser gods in myths, blurring helper and hindrance, showing labels shape perceptions. Listener, what if Sauron's apprenticeship metaphors are mentors, influences shaping us for better or worse? This builds layer by layer, deepening relaxation, unpacking buried motivations. Breathe deeply, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Narratives calm, washing like a soft wave. Sauron rises, commanding legions, thoughts scheming. Morgoth dreams big. I see details. Hidden envy emerges, resenting brute force, preferring subtlety, like outgrowing teachers, facing shifts for growth. In wars against elves and men, Sauron proves worth, capturing strongholds, name becoming dread, tied to serpentine deceit, evoking snakes symbolizing hidden wisdom and poison. Isn't apprenticeship a path to self-discovery, questioning who we serve? Sauron's bond strengthens, yet cracks form, subconscious fissures, foreshadowing betrayal, mirroring evolving relationships. As the First Age rages, Sauron experiments with rings, hinting future obsessions, mind a labyrinth of plans. The steady rhythm echoes your heartbeat, turning fantasy into reflection, easing anxieties. Morgoth relies on him, but Sauron harbors secrets, thoughts of rule, insights foresee greater evils, setting stage for Shadowlands. Rest easy, the story links shadowy tutelage to a forsaken realm's birth, with Sauron's cunning at the fore. Listener, as Sauron's apprenticeship deepens under Morgoth's wing, our tale turns eastward to a barren land, becoming the heart of darkness, forged in fire and ambition, much like hidden corners of our minds where tensions simmer, waiting to erupt. Sauron claims this volcanic wasteland, raising mountains like barriers, the Efelduath and Ered Lithwi, to shield his growing empire. His thoughts form a calculated blueprint. Here, I will build what Morgoth only dreams of. Insights reveal a subconscious drive for independence, where loyalty masks budding rivalry, reflecting how we construct walls around vulnerabilities to feel safe. Imagine the lava flows of Mount Doom or Orodruin, bubbling with rhythmic heat, like a heartbeat lulling you deeper into rest. Sauron forges his stronghold, Barad-dûr, the Dark Tower, its name rooted in watchful dread, linking to mythic towers symbolizing unyielding power, much like words in tales, making us feel observed, even in solitude. Why this forsaken place? It's a projection of his inner forge, tempering fears into strength, turning isolation into dominion. Similar to channeling personal chaos into creative outlets, finding calm in the process. Haven't you built your own towers in life? Walls that end up trapping you inside? As orcs multiply in the pits, twisted from captured souls, Sauron experiments with rings and relics, his mind racing with visions of control. If I bind them, they are mine. Doubts flicker beneath the surface, subconscious echoes of Morgoth's influence, a reminder that mentor's shadows linger, shaping choices long after. The land corrupts, with ash-choked plains of Gorgoroth and the poisonous plateau of Nurn, names evoking desolation and enslavement, connecting to words for barren wastelands, helping us see how language paints inner desolation we face at times. Listener, reflect softly. What if forging such a place is Sauron's way of confronting voids, a quest for meaning in emptiness, like turning a bad day into resilience? Breathe easy, in, out, letting the forge's heat warm without burning. As the narrative unfolds like a slow river, Sauron commands from his tower, eyes watchful, but hidden fractures appear. Hesitation where he questions Morgoth's brute ways, preferring subtlety, a layer showing villains, crafted from relatable flaws, easing your mind as you drift. Elves and men sense the growing shadow, whispers of dread spreading, but Sauron fortifies, creating armies marching to his will. It's intriguing how this mirrors our self-making, turning raw emotions into structure, perhaps beautiful in complexity. Philosophically, the land is canvas. Mordor isn't just evil's home, but testament to creation's dual nature, urging us to shape inner landscapes with care. As volcanoes rumble softly in your imagination, Sauron's power solidifies, yet wars loom, testing this forged realm. The tale's rhythm, steady and inviting, links this dark birth to fury of ancient battles, whispering growth amid ashes. Insights foresee flames spreading, but rest in the forge's glow as Mordor's shadows deepen, bridging to wars raging in the First Age. Sauron's role expands here, no longer mere apprentice, but architect of terror, his cunning elevating Morgoth's crude might. He designs traps and strategies, thoughts ever probing weaknesses. Exploit their divisions. Unity is fragile. This elevation reveals his growing autonomy, subconscious seeds of ambition blooming in Mordor's soil, much like personal growth sprouting from challenging mentors. In skirmishes with the Valar, Sauron leads charges, twisting elements to his will, fire and shadow bending as extensions of his craft. Maya no more. I am the Shaper, his mind declares, a shift from follower to force, echoing times we step out from other shadows to claim our path. The corruption he spreads isn't random, it's methodical, infusing Mordor's very earth with malice, ensuring his influence endures beyond battles. Listener, consider how Sauron's forging mirrors our pursuits, building empires of habit, sometimes dark, that define us until we choose change. As Morgoth's campaigns intensify, Sauron oversees the breeding of new horrors, dragons hatched in volcanic pits. There roars a symphony of dread he conducts. Hidden within, a flicker of pride wars with loyalty. Morgoth commands, but these are my creations. This internal rift, subtle yet profound, foreshadows greater schisms, like evolving self-awareness in our journeys. The name Mordor, meaning Black Land, encapsulates his vision, a realm where order through fear reigns, philologically tied to forbidden places in lore, evoking warnings we heed in dreams. Breathe steadily, feeling the narrative's warmth, as Sauron's dominion solidifies alliances with fallen spirits, his persuasion a web of promises. Serve me and share the spoils. Yet truths emerge. His rise fuels isolation, subconscious fears of betrayal, mirroring those he inflicts. Philosophically, isn't dominion an illusion? Sauron's tower, piercing the skies, symbolizes reach exceeding grasp, urging reflection on ambitions that consume. The stage sets for cataclysm, with Sauron's innovations tipping scales in Morgoth's favor, pulling us toward wrathful clashes. Rest in this forged empire's shadow. As the story bridges Sauron's ascent to battles that will reshape Arda, with Mordor's foundations laid like a dark promise, the tale escalates into the wars of wrath, cataclysmic battles shaking Arda, much like mindstorms, clearing air after tension, leaving renewal. The Valar, roused by elves' pleas and growing blight, descend upon Middle-earth in might, a tide of light against Morgoth's night. Sauron fights at his side, commanding from Mordor's fringes, mind a whirlwind of strategy. Hold the line, victory in endurance. Insights reveal his calculations, loyalty wavering as he ponders a future without his master, similar to navigating shifting alliances, facing conflicts leading to growth. Dragons take skies, Balrogs wield flame whips, orcs swarm like shadows, but Valar press on, led by Eowyn, suggesting Herald of Stars, a beacon of guidance amid despair, connecting to searches for direction in turbulent times. Sauron's innovations shine here. He unleashes engineered beasts, thoughts adapting mid-battle. Their light blinds use the dark. This showcases his cunning, elevating from apprentice to indispensable lieutenant, subconscious pride swelling. Morgoth rages, I refine. Haven't you adapted in crises, turning chaos to advantage, emerging stronger? The land fractures, Beleriand sinking beneath waves, evoking lost paradises, reminding how memories hold faded joys. Imagine clashes as distant echoes, soothing in resolution, like rain on a window, lulling toward peace. Morgoth unleashes Caligon the Black, greatest dragon, but Arundel fells him with a Silmaril, shaking mountains, a moment stemming from Morgoth's dread. Yet Sauron watches, mind-racing survival. If he falls, I endure. This detachment hints at his resilience, a psychoanalytic persistence mirroring comebacks from lows. Breathe with waves' rhythm, in, out, narrative carrying through storm. Valar breach Angband, chaining Morgoth, who begs mercy with false remorse. Spare me, I will amend. Truths pierce, unyielding pride beneath. Lesson that change comes from within. Sauron, witnessing, hides his form, instincts surging, blend with shadows, bide time. His survival isn't luck, but craft, shape-shifting to evade capture, thoughts scheming rebirth. The void is opportunity. Listener, reflect. What if defeat is a reinvention? Philosophical nudge to embrace adaptability. As Morgoth is thrust into the void, his name, dark, foe, eternal. Land heals slowly, but scars remain. Sauron slips away, essence intact, pulling towards solitary rise in Second Age. The tale's whispers link wrathful end to cunning ascension, inviting drift. Sauron's evasion marks turning point. No longer bound, he contemplates legacy, subconscious fissures widening. Morgoth's brute force failed. Subtlety will prevail. This introspection, rare in darkness, humanizes him. Echoing moments we question paths after upheaval. In aftermath, Sauron wanders disguised, observing Arda's reshaping, mind plotting. Elves rebuild, I infiltrate. His survival fuels innovation, early ring experiments resuming in hidden forges, thoughts refining control. Bind power subtly, rule unseen. Philosophically, war's whisper wrath clears paths for light. But Sauron's shadow persists, urging vigilance. Names like Angband linger as ruins, symbols of fallen might. Yet Sauron transcends, his cunning a bridge to new eras. Breathe calmly, feeling resolution soothe like gentle wave. Sauron's essence scatters temporarily, regrouping in secrecy, setting stage for deceptions. The narrative winds, linking survival to era of ascension, whispering resilience amid ruins. Insights foresee schemes blooming, but rest in war's fading echoes as story evolves, bridging destruction to deceptive beginnings. Sauron's role in wars cements his evolution. From shadowed apprentice to enduring force, his survival a testament to intellect over might, pulling deeper into his intricate web. Listener, as the wars of wrath fade into legend, leaving Arda scarred yet hopeful, our tale shifts to the Second Age, where Sauron emerges from hiding, his rise a subtle climb from ashes, much like quiet comebacks after setbacks, drawing on inner reserves. With Morgoth banished, Sauron assumes a fair form, calling himself Anatar, Lord of Gifts, crafted from words of benevolence, evoking generous spirits and myths, reminding how language masks intentions and interactions. He wanders among elves, offering craft knowledge, thoughts veiled in charm. They will see ally, not foe. Delving into his psyche, uncovers ambition filling the void left by his master, echoing reinvention to heal wounds, turning loss into purpose. Imagine him in Iridian's forges, teaching ring-making, voice smooth as silk, suggesting rather than commanding, a rhythm soothing like a lullaby, drawing deeper relaxation. Why this, guys? It's a mask hiding corruption, much like facades we wear in social storms, confronting true self in quiet moments. Elves like Celebrimbor fall for it, forging rings under guidance, unaware of taint. Celebrimbor's name rooted in Silver Fist, tying to skilled artisans, connecting to admiration for creators shaping worlds, mirroring creative sparks at day's end. Listener, have you trusted too quickly, reflecting later? It's a nudge, showing rise from deception, true ascent in discernment. Sauron secretly forges the One Ring in Mount Doom, binding others to his will, mind reveling in control. They become extensions of me. Isolation flickers beneath, subconscious echoes of abandonment, a layer building on power and solitude, unpacking similar feelings as you unwind. Men of Numenor grow mighty, but Sauron sows discord, whispering temptations. Numenor evoking exalted realms, like celestial words inspiring awe, tying to dreams of heights chased in life. His influence spreads unchecked till elves sense betrayal. Yet Sauron's patience yields empires, thought strategic. Time is my ally. Breathe steadily. In, out. Narrative's ascent mirroring easing into sleep. Sauron amasses armies in Mordor. Orcs and trolls under banner, thoughts ever scheming. Patience builds empires. Hidden regrets surface, pondering Morgoth's fate. A conflict of inheritance versus innovation, like break-in inherited patterns. Philosophically, isn't rise double-edged? Teaching power without wisdom corrupts, balancing ambition with humility. As wars brew with elves and men, Sauron's cunning peaks, pulling toward treacheries defining his era. Sauron's ascent isn't brute conquest, but infiltration, charming leaders with promises of immortality and knowledge. In Lindon, he approaches Gil-galad, thoughts probing. Reject me now, I'll erode from within. Rejected, he turns to Eregion, where ambition runs high. His teachings elevate their craft, rings-enhancing abilities, yet subtly corrupting. Insights reveal his satisfaction. They forge their chains. This phase marks Sauron's true emergence, no longer Morgoth's echo, but a distinct force. Subconscious strive for order, twisting into domination, echoing pursuits of perfection, leading to isolation. As rings distribute, Sauron tests bonds, mind experimenting. Elves resist, men succumb. Dwarves prove resilient, frustrating yet teaching adaptability. Thoughts adapting, refine the web. Numenorians, seafaring and proud, intrigue him most. He studies voyages, plotting influence. Their envy of immortals is my lever. Philosophically, his rise questions free will. Does subtle manipulation differ from overt tyranny? Sauron's fair form deceives, but cracks show in solitude, regrets of lost potential as Maya. Humanizing flickers, making his shadow relatable, urging reflection on deceptions we encounter or employ. Breathe deeply, feeling narratives build like rising tide. Sauron's power consolidates, Mordor thriving as base, volcanoes fueling forges, where he crafts artifacts amplifying will. Orc chieftains swear fealty, armies swelling, thoughts commanding, unity through fear. Yet subconscious doubts, without the ring, am I whole? This vulnerability, buried deep, foreshadows obsessions, mirroring attachments, hindering growth. Elves forge 3 rings untouched by him, A setback he notes. Their secrecy is my opportunity. The eerie tensions mount, Sauron's influence seeping into alliances, whispering divisions. Names like Anatar fade as true nature emerges, yet his ascent endures, a testament to cunning over force. Listener, ponder how Sauron's subtlety mirrors life's manipulations, philosophical lens on vigilance. As betrayals loom, tale flows, linking ascent to forging ultimate betrayal. Insights foresee brings dark allure, but rests in rising tension as Sauron's power peaks, bridging to deception's following. His story dominates this age, a shadow weaving through light, inviting contemplation on ambition's cost. With Sauron's rise casting long shadows, we delve into his greatest deception, the One Ring and betrayals it weaves. Much like tangled thoughts betraying peace at night, unraveling with dawn. Forged in Mount Doom's fires, the ring is vessel of Sauron's will, inscribed with black speech. One ring to rule them all, born from tongues of darkness, evoking ancient curses, reminding promises ensnaring like chains in lives. Sauron dons it, thoughts triumphant. All bends to me. Uncovering layers shows fusion of self, an artifact, externalizing power, echoing investing too much in objects, losing ourselves. Imagine golden gleam pulsing softly, sinking with breath, inviting calm amid intrigue. He gives lesser rings to elves and dwarves, men, betraying with dominion-seeking mind. They think freedom. I know chains. My isolation fuels it, buried weakness fears. Like trust issues from hurts, mirror for relational webs as you relax. Númenóreans fall under sway when captured, Sauron posing as advisor to our Pharazôn, name rooted in golden terms, linking to rulers of splendor in downfall, heeding hubris warnings. As Númenor assaults Valinor on lies, island sinks in wrath. Cataclysm from Sauron's revenge, spirit surviving, thoughts seething. From ruin, rebuild. Loss flickers, regret for destroyed beauty, nod to building empathy, turning fantasy to emotional tools. Listener, what if betrayal teaches authenticity, urging question motives in choices? Surviving Númenóreans found Gondor and Arnor, but Sauron attacks, betraying alliances, name synonymous with treachery, evoking serpents symbolizing sly wisdom, venomous. Breathe deeply, in, out, betrayal's weight lifting like mist, narrative guiding. In Last Alliance, elves and men unite, Isildur cutting ring from hand, apparent defeat, yet Sauron's spirit lingers, plotting return, persistence mirroring resilient comebacks. Ring betrays Isildur, slipping away, allure trapping all, pulling to Fall's echoing Third Age. Sauron's forging isn't mere craft, it's essence poured, thoughts during creation, my cruelty, fear, will, into gold. This act binds him, vulnerability he overlooks, subconscious hubris, indestructible as I. Deception extends to ring's distribution. 9 for men, corrupting kings into Nazgul, spectral servants, mind commanding. Your desires are mine. 7 for dwarves kindle greed. 3 for elves preserve yet alert to his touch. Philosophically, ring embodies control's illusion, questioning if power corrupts inevitably. As deceptions unfold, Sauron manipulates from shadows, even in defeat. Essence tied to ring ensures survival. Insights reveal calculations. They celebrate victory. I wait. This patience, hallmark of cunning, contrasts Morgoth's rage. Evolution making Sauron enduring threat. Listener, reflect on deceptions in life. Subtle lies eroding trust, urging honesty for peace. Breathe calmly, narrative weaving through betrayals. Sauron's web ensnares heroes like Beren and Lúthien's echoes, but focus on Ring's legacy, lost in Anduin, found by Gollum. Twisting him, name from guttural sounds evoking greed. Sauron's influence persists without form, a dispersed malice anticipating return. The tale whispers, linking deceptions to shadowy declines, inviting trust's fragile dance. Insights foresee long shadow, but drift in aftermath as Sauron's essence endures, bridging to final confrontations. His deceptions define era, a masterclass in manipulation, pulling deeper into Third Age's trials. Listener, as betrayals of the One Ring echo like fading whispers, our tale descends into the Third Age, where Sauron's fall unfolds in epic confrontations, much like pivotal moments when choices lead to reckoning, offering release and renewal. Reborn in spirit, Sauron rebuilds in Mordor, his eye a flaming beacon atop Barad-dûr, searching for the lost ring. Thoughts a vortex of obsession. It calls. Without it, I am diminished. Peering into this void reveals a fracture, power's illusion crumbling to expose vulnerabilities, echoing clinging to past anchors no longer serving, invitation to let go as you settle deeper. Haven't you felt that weight? Old habits shadowing your path. Hobbits, unassuming Shire folk, become fate's bearers. Bilbo finding the ring in Gollum's cave, a creature twisted by corruption, name from guttural swallowing sounds, evoking greed, like folklore capturing torment, connecting to struggles with consuming possessions. Sauron's forces stir, orcs marching, mind-scheming alliances with Saruman, once wise, now ambitious, thoughts racing, join and share glory. Yet Saruman's doubts mirror self-betrayal, compromising values for gain, leading to isolation. The Fellowship forms: Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, Ringbearer Frodo, quest to destroy Ring in Mount Doom. Frodo's name rooted in wisdom, tying to every man burdens, like daily loads lightening in this embrace. Imagine Journey's trials softly narrated, like misty woods path lulling with each step. Sauron unleashes wars, battles at Helm's Deep and Pelennor Fields raging, hope in unlikely places. Frodo's mind tormented by whispers. Keep me. I am power. Inner war rages, desires clashing duty. A reflection on narratives, testing to mirror growth, unpacking conflicts as you drift. Philosophically, isn't this fall lesson in impermanence? Shadows fading when faced with light, urging embrace change. Gollum's betrayal at cracks of doom seals doom. Ring melting, tower crumbling like sandcastles at tide. Thoughts dissolving, all lost. Breathe calmly, in, out. Resolution soothing, like gentle wave. Sauron's essence scatters, shadows retreating, echoes lingering, pulling to theory binding all. Narrative links descent to eternal dispersion, whispering legacies outlasting fall. Sauron's Third Age dominance centers on Ring's pull, his eye scanning from Mordor, influencing afar, corrupting kings, breeding armies, thoughts commanding. Fear unites them under me. Subconscious erosion shows, Ring separation weakening, yet fueling desperation. Psychoanalytic split where detachment breeds frenzy, mirroring addictions eroding self. As Fellowship fractures, Sauron exploits divisions, sending Nazgûl to hunt, in mind anticipating. The halfling carries my fate. His oversight of Saruman's downfall, watching Isengard fall, reveals calculation. Pawns serve, discard when spent. This detachment, cold and efficient, contrasts earlier deceptions, evolution into pure will, yet hidden vulnerability. Without ring, immortality phrase. Listener, ponder Sauron's isolation, building empire yet alone, philosophical query on power's cost, urging balance connection over control. Breathe steadily, narrative's tension easing. Sauron's sieges on Gondor intensify. Witch King leading charges, thoughts projecting. Break their spirit, claim the throne. Yet Aragorn's return thwarts, ghosts aiding. Sauron's miscalculation. Mortals falter, but hope persists. This underestimation, rooted in disdain for lesser races, exposes flaw, arrogance blinding to resilience. As Frodo nears doom, Sauron's attention diverts to battles, mind torn. The ring nears home, crush the armies first. Subtle panic creeps, first since Morgoth's fall, humanizing crack in dark facade.